Where do you see the QB depth this year?
I think it's in a really good spot. I mean, I think that Oregon has probably, one of the talented, if not one of the top three, top five most talented quarterback rooms in the nation right now, with Dante Moore, Austin Novosad. Take your pick. I mean, I am of the opinion that it's going to be Moore. I don't want to disrespect Novosad at all because I think he's a really talented player. I think he could start for 80 to 100 teams in the nation tomorrow if he went there. It's just, will he be good enough to start at Oregon? I don't know. Behind them, Luke Moga, a really talented player. I think that he's going to be one of the guys on Saturday that breaks out and just shows like, okay, this is a really good player. He's more of that dynamic running type quarterback, like a Braxton Burmeister several years ago. Just kind of offers a different, flow to that quarterback room. Then you got Achilles Smith Jr., Brock Harris. I think those are two young guys that are very talented. But yeah, overall, I think that Oregon's quarterback room is in a really good spot right now.
I'll agree with you there. I'm like, I like Novosad a lot. He's been there. He's in the system. Moore obviously came back to Oregon, so to say, after he decommitted, went to UCLA. Came back, agreed to sit behind Dylan Gabriel. But Novosad sat behind Bo Nix and Dylan Gabriel. So I never want to downplay him, but I agree. I think it is Moore. But yeah, you got Moga, and then Achilles Smith's going to redshirt unless something absolutely wild happens with these quarterbacks. Achilles Smith should redshirt.
Yeah, I think the dynamic is that the ceiling for Dante Moore is higher. He has the higher upside. The more intangibles can make more of those home run plays. What Novosad brings to the table is just more consistency, and he's just a more kind of even keel level player, and he's gonna just more dependable, is what I've been told. But so it's just pick your poison. Which do you want? Do you want more of that Heisman upside? I don't know that Moore would be a Heisman finalist this year, but he's that type of player, that home run hitter, or someone who's reliable and not going to make a ton of mistakes. Because I think Moore's going to throw a lot of touchdowns, but I think he's going to throw a lot of interceptions too if he gets the chance, because he's just taking chances. But I think a lot of fans would kind of hope for that in the end after what we've seen the past couple of years in this offense, that it's a little bit vanilla, a little bit mundane at times with some of the play calling. They want to see it. They want to see that ball get thrown around. They want to see it aired out.
Yeah, don't get on Spaz about mundane. He screamed every time they threw a screen pass in the Big Ten championship game.
Yeah, that'll happen.
If I never see another bubble screen for the rest of my life.
Well, a lot of the Oregon offense that people were frustrated with, I think, was, all due respect to Dylan Gabriel, a little bit because of Dylan Gabriel and his limitations over the middle of the field. Just because he's a shorter quarterback, can't see behind a bigger offensive line, that just they couldn't throw over the middle of the field last year. So I think by way of whatever quarterback you go with this year, whether it's Moore or Novosad, you're going to see a lot more downfield throws, that intermediate 10 to 15 yard range, just because it's more open for their quarterback to see. So I think that, yeah, Will Stein has gotten a lot of crap from fans. I think undeservedly so at times. Other times, yeah, you do get frustrated by what he does call in certain situations. Screen passes on 3rd and long, I understand. But I think a lot of that is because of, he was a little bit handicapped by the skill set of his quarterback. And that's no disrespect to Dylan Gabriel. I think he's a very talented quarterback, but there are things that he can and cannot do with the ball. We asked a lot last year how it was different with the left-handed quarterback, both for running the offense and for the receivers catching the ball. The, consensus answer was, yeah, it may be different for a day or two, getting used to it. The ball spins differently. I don't think that they had to change up the offense too much just because of the right hand versus left hand.
Yeah, it's not just flip the offense, though. I mean, there are adjustments that had to be made and stuff like that. But, yeah, I thought Dante was left for him. I don't know why. I thought Dante was left. Who's your breakout player that you're looking to see? I know everyone, DeCorian Moore. I know everyone.
I'm not going to say DeCorian just because that is the easy answer. Obviously, everyone wants to see DeCorian Moore.
More to more.
Yeah, more to more will be fun. I think that I've got one easy one and then one kind of a deeper cut. Dewan Riggs, the redshirt freshman running back, I think that he is going to be incredibly, incredibly good. I wouldn't be surprised if midway through the year he's, kind of surpassed
RB1.
Noah Whittington. I wouldn't say that just because Mekhi Hughes is also incredible. I wouldn't be surprised if he passes Noah Whittington though and gets that RB2 job. I've talked a lot with Jonathan Stewart, my co-host, about Dewan Riggs, and he sees a little bit of that LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner like wiggle aspect to him, where he can break these long runs, he can get in and out of tackles, and how LaMichael James would kind of go into the pile, and then all of a sudden he's just out the other side. Kind of Bucky Irving had that as well. I think Riggs has a little bit of that. We have not seen him a ton. Obviously, we saw him in garbage time last year against, I think it was Illinois and Washington. So I just want to see him get more action, just see what he can do in a larger sample size. My deeper cut, though, I really want to see true freshman wide receiver Cooper Perry. Everyone wants to talk about Jacorian Moore, and obviously, yes, we all want to see him. But Cooper Perry has been quietly getting, quietly getting a lot of buzz this year. Apparently, he's just got incredible hands. Comes down with the ball like 50-50 balls all the time. So I want to see what he can do.